Hallo, herzlich willkommen zur 6. Folge von Suzerain zusammen mit Apfel.
Hallo.
Letzte Folge haben wir die Railway beschlossen und gehen jetzt heute wieder nach Hause.
Ja, Amen.
Campaign Finance Bill.
Oh.
Electoral Campaign Finance Bill. The criteria for the allocation, mein Gott, of public funds shall no longer be according to the number of votes won in the general election by a political party. The new criteria shall be the proportion, meine Fresse, was ist denn gerade los, of seats won by a political party in the assembly. Ist es nicht prinzipiell dasselbe? Political parties shall receive an annual amount of 500,000 Ren per member of assembly. This result is in a doubling of the USP election budget and a slight increase in the other parties in the assembly, while effectively removing all funding from parties that are below the 10% election threshold. Ja, letztes Mal haben wir es gemacht, wir hatten trotzdem kein Geld. Aber ich glaube, es schadet nicht, wenn wir es machen.
Ja.
In Western Occasion Company Stocks. War das letztes Mal so gut? War das letztes Mal so gut? Weißt du es noch?
Acacia is selling valuable shares of minority industries and up-and-coming electronic manufacturing company. We could invest, let the opportunity pass. Ich weiß nicht mehr, ob das uns überhaupt was gebracht hat. Kann mich nicht erinnern.
Do you get your investment money back? Subreddit Suzerain. In invest in Occasion company, I spent 3 personal wealth to invest in the electronic firm. The stock lost value during superpower trader war. Seems like an inevitable event, knowing I would be able to subsidize electronic industry later on. A bit of insider trading. I did not pull the money, however, I never received the option to pull the money. I need the money to fund my re-election campaign, 6 personal wealth. I'm afraid to get corrupt, since I fund the corruption investigation force. Is this stock money lost? Yeah, there's no further stock money. It will get mentioned in the epilogue, depending on your ending. Cool. Wir investen nicht!
Weg damit.
Ja, was haben wir denn heute schon wieder alles geschafft? Erfolgreiche Folge.
Ja?
I had just finished buttoning up my suit jacket when the doorbell rang. The presidential guard had arrived to pick us up for the inaugural ball. The ball was a 3-decade-old tradition, breathlessly anticipated by politicians, bureaucrats, and the press. All eyes were about to be on me. I called on...
Das, wo es ein Shooting gab?
I called on Monica to get the children ready. Looking in the mirror, I straightened my tie and took a deep breath. After tonight, there would be no turning back. Suddenly, Diana hugged me from behind, startling me a little. Monica had fixed her hair into her elaborate braid. Woven through the ribbons. Aber muss es sich wieder?
Oh ja.
Warte, ich notiere das noch schnell.
Die kannst du behalten.
Ich wollte gerade fragen, wer Livia ist, aber dann ist mir eingefallen. Papa and Mama told me it's time to go! Hello, darling, I am ready. Where's your brother? Tell your mother. Tell your mother I will be ready to very soon. Stroke her hair. Wir werden noch mal eine Stunde brauchen. Ja.
Wo ist die dumme Sau?
I think Frank is still upstairs. She shrugged. It was almost time to leave. The big ball was starting in less than an hour. Now where is my first lady? Darling! Frank! It's time! Monica, Frank! Enough fussing around, let's get a move on. Ja, eins, oder?
Ja.
Now where's my first lady? Monica came down the stairs. She was wearing a simple yet elegant beige sheath, dress, and short heels. Her hair had been neatly pinned into her chignon, showing off the pearl earrings I had given her for our 15th anniversary. All those years she had stayed by my side. Now we were about to begin the most challenging chapter in our lives yet.
Ah, damn it. How do you do, Mr. President?
Kiss her hand, embrace her, just stand there and look at her.
Look at Der
Einfach nicht.
größte Creep, Digga.
Einfach nicht, ja, nicht mal so irgendwie, aber mit so einem Creep-Blick halt auch.
Ja, Embracer, keine Ahnung.
I pulled her in a deep embrace. Now where the hell is Frank? Frank!
Der braucht nichts anderes, los!
Frank rushed down the stairs. Darfst auch du.
I'm here.
Frank tugged at the collar of his new tuxedo. He seemed ill at ease.
Ill at ease?
Das haben wir beim letzten Mal sicher nachgeschaut. Wir brauchen jetzt nicht nachschauen. Are you good to go, Frank? I'm glad to have you with us for this big night. Don't make me wait again.
Jetzt kommt der Gülle wieder raus.
Ja, okay, 1.
Ja. Yes, the sooner we go, the sooner it will be over, right?
Nee.
Nicht wirklich.
Papa, are these people going to be around us from now on? She pointed at the presidential guards at the door of the house. Yes, Saltland's most important family needs extra protection. Unfortunately, yes. They can't leave outside until my term ends. You get used to it. These people are our friends, Diana. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wie sie heißen, aber sie sind unsere Freunde. Ja, 1, oder?
Ja. It's alright, baby. They're here to make sure nothing bad happens to your papa. Or his family.
Nein, nur mich. Monica held Diana's hand. Together, flanked by the guards, we walked out the door. Halfway to the car, Frank stopped abruptly and turned towards me.
Dad, do I really have to go? Couldn't I stay home instead?
I'm nervous myself, Frank, but I feel a lot more confident with my son by my side. It's a party thrown for me! Don't you want to support your father? You'll love it, son. I'm sure there'll be plenty of pretty girls to dance with. Don't make me angry, Frank! Ja... Dann einfach 3 sagen.
Ja. If there's even time in between all the boring speeches. But I guess I have no choice.
Right. Also,
Got that over with, Frank? Let's go. The car's waiting for us.
The presidential guard showed us the way as red and blue lights flashed around us. Searched, my driver ushered us into our armored limousine. The motorcade started moving towards the palace. I gazed out the window, deep in thought.
Anton, what are you thinking about?
Nothing. Nice car, isn't it? With all that's been happening, I'm wondering if I made the right choice. I was thinking that we've come a long way together, haven't we? 3.
Ja.
Let's go.
Yes, we have. And there's still so much that we'll accomplish, side by side. Just remember, no matter what happens, the children and I will always be here for you.
Ich bin mir ziemlich sicher, dass wir Frank nicht loswerden, aber danke, dass du mich nochmal dran erinnerst.
Ja.
I'm going to help Papa fix everything! Ja, Frank rolls his eyes.
I know you will, honey.
We'll see, darling. This means a great deal to me. Let's just enjoy the night. Ja, 2.
Stay.
Stay silent.
This means a great deal to me, yes.
After what seemed like just a few minutes, the convoy slowed to a halt. Serge rolled down the limousine's soundproof partition. Die ist sicher soundproof.
We are here, sir. Hope you enjoyed the drive.
I did, Serge. Thank you. Much appreciated. How are you today? Not. Ja, wir sind wieder nett zu Serge.
Oh mein Gott, jetzt wo es gerade um das scheiß Auto geht. Der See Richtung meiner Arbeitsstelle, der Fälle.
Ja.
Also dieser lange Parkplatz, wo du von der Autobahn runterfahren kannst, um Pause zu machen.
Ja.
Da hat ein scheiß Auto gebrannt. Das hast du von Kilometern entfernt, hast du nur eine schwarze Wolke gesehen.
Nice.
Ich fahre so Dinge, so schwarze Wolke. Okay, muss außerhalb der Autobahn sein. Fahr weiter, fahr um die Kurve und sehe so einfach schwarz auf der Autobahn.
Nice.
Ich so, ja gut, geil, warum nicht?
Ja, wieso nicht? Kann man schon mal machen.
Zwei Typen standen auf der Hecke und haben es gefilmt, natürlich. Ah, schön.
Der Klassiker.
I'm just as good as I can be. But today is your day, sir. I'm glad you're in charge now. You know, my entire family voted for you.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Come on, Serge.
Good to know, Serge. Thank you and your family. I'm here with all of your support. I won't let your family down, Serge.
I don't doubt that, sir. You're the one who sparked a glimmer of hope in us all.
Serge opened the door for me. The normally imposing palace was festooned with garish banners that nearly made it look cheerful. A line of shiny luxury sedans stretched around it. Politicians, bureaucrats, and celebrities, the creme de la creme of the Southland elite, streamed inside the building.
Good luck out there, Mr. President.
I'll see you on the trip home. I stepped out and immediately found myself surrounded by loud voices and camera flashes. Hordes of eager journalists thrust their portable microphones my way. My time has come! My guards fended most of them off, but one a woman, managed to dodge them and corner me. I recognized the Swedish Broadcasting Company logo on her press lanyard. Mr. President! Do you plan on working together with your opposition parties on the expected constitutional reforms? My administration will bring real change.
Fakt, dass du so schnell Englisch reden kannst.
Aber ich kann's normal nicht. Also gar nicht.
Ja, eben.
My administration will bring real change. This night is for celebration. I'm not going to talk about my policies now. If the opposition is willing to support us, we're going to work with everybody. 3.
Yes.
Mr. Ricky clarified that as long as you support the demands of democratization, they will work with you on all issues with a cooperative spirit. What do you think about this statement? I welcome it. This is a challenge for us all. We want the other parties to join him in this endeavor. Yes? Honestly, I don't expect much from him. I can't comment, since I haven't seen his statement yet. 4. Wir gehen dem aus dem Weg.
Jo.
Ja, fickt!
Jo!
One more question. One of your first acts as president was to sign a campaign finance law allocating public elections funds by seats in the assembly, as opposed the number of votes. Is this a deliberate attempt to defund the Communist Party and the bloodier Workers' Party, neither of which have reached the election threshold? Fuck. I've had a few questions. Gods! My motivation are not for you to know. Perhaps it was. If left unchecked, those two parties will only make trouble for me. It's to ensure the USP has the funds we need to stay in power long enough to truly bring democracy to this country. 4.
Ja.
That's enough, madam, said one of my guards while nudging the reporter away from me. A path through the crowd was now open, and we quickly made our way to the entrance of the palace. At the same time, a dozen fireworks went off. The entrance was decorated with beautiful ribbons in Swordland's colors of white, yellow, and maroon. A lush maroon carpet had been rolled down the stairs. We entered the lobby and joined the throngs of people making their way towards the ballroom. Behind me, I heard a familiar voice.
There they are, the most beautiful family in Swordlands.
Uncle Peter!
Hi, Uncle Peter. It's great to see you. You two are growing faster than I'm getting wiser.
Are you sure you've gotten any wiser, Peter?
Maybe not. After all, I'm still sticking with you.
Oh.
Oh. Happy to see your familiar face, Peter. Evelyn.
Peter's wife Evelyn approached us and shook her hands with a firmness that belied her delicate features.
Der hatte eine Frau.
Ja, der hatte eine. Hatte.
Hatte.
Congratulations, Anton. I have to say the results were clear to me from the beginning. Appreciated, Evelyn. It means a lot. Thank you. We both worked hard to make it happen. I wish I was as sure as you. There's a woman behind every successful man.
Ja, als hätte sie 3 Jahre nicht geschlafen, Digga.
Wenn Evelyn hier ist dann Emily away.
Oh! Scheiße, war das schlecht.
Ja, übel! Aber ich musste den jetzt bringen.
Ah, schön.
Ja, 2.
Ja.
We know you did. You deserve the position.
And tonight, we reap the rewards.
I hope you will show the same enthusiasm on the job. Exactly that's why we are here. We could start by getting some drinks. Yes, I definitely need a celebration after all that.
You read my mind.
Peter grinned and beckoned a roving waiter. The 4 of us each took a glass of champagne. Monica, how are you? You've barely said a word.
I'm more than relieved to have this roller coaster ride over with. But of course, now the real work begins.
Ah, yes. Managing the help, planning parties, daily trips to the saloon, do you look your best for foreign dignitaries?
Don't be so old-fashioned, Evelyn. I plan to use my power as First Lady to advance the position of women throughout Scotland. Equal rights for our sex are long overdue. Wouldn't you say, Anton?
Im Hintergrund Peter und wir am Ausexen von 5 Gläsern. Oh, und du wirst jeden Tag in den Salon gehen und Partys planen und im Hintergrund sieht man so, wie wir diese Gläser wegklauen.
Mann, das machen wir, wenn das Game so eine Serie wäre.
Ja. As long as you don't burn the roast, am I right, Peter? Up to a point, yes, they mustn't neglect their responsibilities to their husbands and families. Absolutely, and we'll work together to achieve that. That's my wife, never content to be just a pretty face.
Ich glaube, 3 ist das einzige nicht beleidigende.
Monica flashed me a smile. Diana silently jumped in between us and tugged on my sleeve.
Oh no.
Papa, can we go? I want to see the ballroom! We're having a conversation here, Diana. Yes, it's time. Let's go. Ja, geh mal. Move to the ballroom. Vielleicht, wenn wir draußen stehen geblieben wären, wären wir gestorben. We left the lobby and made our way towards the ballroom. Inside, we were yet again surrounded by a noisy crowd, but this time it was the politicians who sought to appease the new authority in Southland. I spent the next few hours shaking hands, joining various conversations, some serious, some superficial, and making speeches. We finally settled down at our dinner table with the lecterns as the band started playing some slow jazz tunes.
Ooh, that was tiring.
We have to get used to it. What? You're already tired?
Drei. Well?
Suddenly a loud banging noise echoed from outside the ballroom. Then another one, and another, and another, and another. The musicians stopped playing. Everyone in the room was looking around in confusion. Peter and I turned towards each other, realization dawning on both of us our faces.
Fireworks?
Realization! Fireworks! Oh.
Wait. Fireworks? No! Gunshots!
As soon as Monica had heard the words, she lunged from her seat. Get down! Shield Monica and Kids. Joa, machen wir mal 2. Drin wird eh nicht geschossen, also wir wissen ja das schon. I threw myself on Monica, Diana and Frank to shield them. Papa, what's happening?
I knew it! We never should have gone!
Halt die Schnauze! Chaos broke out as some guests flung themselves under the tables and others ran towards the doors.
Ja!
Screaming.
Lauf gleich raus zu denen! Mach das! Los, öffne die Tür für sie!
Diana burst into tears while Frank tried to comfort her, hiding the fear in his own eyes. 3 more gunshots rang out loudly.
Alter, unsere Wachen sind ein Stück Scheiße, Digga!
Ja, die sind ja draußen und nicht hier drin.
Ja, Karl Kreise.
Ich weiß nicht, ob der nochmal vorkommt oder den lese ich. Mr. President, are you alright? Karl Greiser, head of the Swedish police force, was running towards us with 3 more police officers in decorated uniforms. Ich find's schön, wie viele Gesichter wir hier links haben.
Ja.
They all had their guns drawn. As soon as he made it to us and saw that we were unharmed, he let out a big sigh of relief. Phew, thank God. What the hell is going on? Status report! Status report!
Status report!
1 second, Mr. President. He turned around quickly to his man.
Ich sehe dieses Bild so. Du stehst so vor ihm, schreist ihm voll in die Fresse, spuckst ihn noch so ins Gesicht, er sagt so ganz chillig: 1 second, Mr. President.
Dreh sich um. Chuck the perimeter, no!
Das ist, als würdest du Siri anschreien und sie dir so ganz gelassen antwortet.
Paul, Jansen, follow my lead. We will bring them to the safe room. He now turned to Monica, Evelyn, and the children and spoke in a softer voice. Do not worry. The situation is now under control. Please follow me. We promptly followed Karl through the winding halls and corridors of the palace. His men still had their guns drawn, which did nothing to ease the tension. On the way, Peter made an attempt to break the silence.
What fucking nights.
You can say that again. Karl turned to us with a serious face as we were about to round the corner. Quiet, please.
Sorry, I talk when I get nervous.
Quiet! Okay. Peter, shut up! Carl flipped a switch on the wall and a panel opened, revealing a hidden staircase leading to a large reinforced door. Inside, a set of emergency lights flickered on. The safe room was comfortable and spacious, with expensive-looking leather sofas.
Leather.
Small security monitors on the wall displayed grainy footage of each room in the palace. There was a boardroom and a pantry containing enough provisions to last us months. Monica and Evelyn sat the children down to start wiping their tears. Carl stepped away from us and made a few radio calls. When he was done, he returned to me and Peter. So, what's the status? Not the best inauguration ball I've been to. Are we under attack? Who is attacking us? What is going on? So tell me, Carl, do I have clowns for security force? Muss es sein.
No.
As I raised my voice, he lowered his head in respect. No, sir. Oh lol, nein! Was ist so schlimmer?
Drei.
Sorry for yelling, Carl. I'm just a bit nervous right now. I completely understand, sir. I will personally conduct the investigation into our palace security force, and I can assure you I will be relentless in dealing with incompetence. Good. So what is going on? Carl's radio suddenly crackled to life. Every second felt like an eternity as he pressed his ear to the receiver. When it fell silent, he turned to us. Good news. We are not in any danger at the moment. The situation has been dealt with and the perimeter has been secured by the guards and the police. He glanced towards Monica, Evelyn and the kids. If I may, sir. He gestured toward a more private corner of the room and started speaking more quietly. This is what we know so far. We have confirmed that 2 people were gunned down in front of the palace. The attacker is one of them, and we have reasons to believe he was working alone. He fired 3 shots at an MP, one of the head, 2 to the body, instantly killing him. Presidential guards at the palace immediately shot and killed the attacker. He has not been identified yet and will require an investigation. The MP that was killed was identified as Bernard Circus.
Wow, das ist die Aufkürzung für MP.
Maschinenpistole. Keine Ahnung.
Ich dachte, der MP war jetzt einer von der MP ist auch die Aufkürzung für Military Police. Ich dachte, er hat einer unserer Wachen oder so gekillt.
Also, nee.
This is huge, Anton. This will cause a lot of problems. A lot of problems.
Peter pulled out 2 cigarettes and handed me one. He then turned to Evelyn. I could hear him trying to reassure her that everything was going to be alright. Monica was still trying to tend to Diana and as Frank passed the room, mumbling that he should have stayed home. Yeah, Monica. I sat down beside my wife and the children. Nothing like this will ever happen again. I'll make sure of it.
2, weil jetzt ist eine Lüge.
Ah! Okay.
You can't be sure of anything anymore, Anton. So schlimm ist jetzt auch nicht.
I lit my cigarette, took a deep drag. I was going to see this through and keep my family safe. At all costs. I crushed the cigarette on the ashtray.
Nein, das gute Ding!
Gut, das war's dann mit der Folge. Lasst doch ein Like und ein Abo da, wenn es euch gefallen hat. Schaut beim nächsten Mal vorbei. Morgen 14 Uhr geht's weiter und tschüss.
Tschüss.